This information DVD is designed to help those with learning disabilities and those with poor eyesight to be able to fill out my questionnaire on sport. The pace of the DVD will allow participants the opportunity to go at a pace that suits them. Remember, there are no trick questions. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Martin Broom, and I am a second-year university student. I have created this DVD to help people such as yourselves to feel you are contributing to sociological studies. I know from the outset what it is like to have a disability, mine being the fact that I wear hearing aids. This step-by-step guide will allow you to partake of valuable research into the subject of sport. I also know what you are thinking when you say the reason I don't do questionnaires is because I do not understand all the jargon that goes within the questionnaire. Well, that is exactly why I am here, to talk to you today instead of you having to read the questions on your own. The first thing we need to do is to have a look at the disclaimer form. I know what that is, but for you it may mean something different. Large words even fool academics sometimes. But the disclaimer form, or as it is better known, the consent form, is an integral part of protecting you as an individual. People often ask why we even need a consent form. What is its purpose, and what does it say about the research? Let's have a look at my consent form. I, this means you, consent for the following data, the information that you give, within this questionnaire on sport to be utilised, that means used, in the pattern of research only, that means only for this research. I have been also told that none of the data will be published anywhere without my prior consent. Additionally, I am also informed that all of the information, after being applied to the said research, this research report, will later on be completely destroyed. The results I have presented in this questionnaire, that's the answers that you put, are true to the visual sense that I consider to be reliable. That means you circled the answers. Any result that is not completed, any question that is not completed, is for the reason given. That being, I do not wish to consent to answering that inquiry, or that question, in other words. I have likewise been made aware that I give the researcher a length of 2 weeks to withdraw my consent for the information being used in the said account, obviously this report. It has likewise been made aware to me that upon my refusal, in other words, you saying you no longer want the data used, the data to be withdrawn, that a copy of the questionnaire with the words removed from site, that means stating that this is no longer used, will by the researcher be sent to me via email. My email address is as follows. Obviously you have to put down your own email. Upon completion of the study and by the request of myself, I hereby require the email address to be removed from the following electronic, that means my email account, of mpb27@kent.ac.uk. Please sign. Let us pause there for a minute and reflect. If you do not understand this the first time around, please rewind and play again. Assuming that you are ready to start the process of completing the questionnaire, and you now understand the reason for the consent form, we shall begin. I intend reading each question aloud, and on the screen we can follow along. I have a questionnaire just like yours, and while we discuss each question, I will pause and then answer that question as well. You will not see my answers, but at least you know that I fully appreciate your participation in my survey. The survey you are about to undertake will look at age and sport. Then it will look at the probability that, having considered the questions, would you have taken up your chosen sport as a career? Question 1. What is your gender? That means what sex are you? Either male or female. Now let us look at question 2. What is your age range? That means what age are you? Are you between 30 to 40 years, 40 to 50 years, 50 to 60 years, and 60 to 70 years? Having assumed you have answered question 2 like me, let's read question 3. What was your favourite sport at school? Please only answer one question. Was it football? Was it netball? Was it tennis? Was it rugby? Any other sport? Please specify. Here you have to give a sport that you preferred to do while you were at school. How likely would you say you would have taken this sport as a vocation? In other words, how likely would you have taken this sport as a career? 0 to 3, not likely. 4 to 7, maybe likely. Or 8 to 10, definitely. Looking at that factor, what type of salary would you have commanded per week? Please just answer one. Would you have asked for £20,000 to £30,000 a week? £30,000 to £40,000 a week? £40,000 to £50,000 a week? £50,000 to £60,000 a week? £60,000 to £70,000 a week? Or any other amount? This amount you can put down as much as you want. Considering these factors, obviously your previous answer, do you feel that your choice of chosen career would change your perception on your social status? In other words, to which social class would you picture yourself now? Is that as upper class people, middle class people, or I represent the working class? Let's take a minute and recap on how we are doing. Hopefully you managed to keep up with me, but if not, remember, please rewind this DVD and catch up at your own speed. There is no rush. The main thing is that you find this DVD helpful in partaking of sociological research. Why is this research valuable to people's understanding of life in general? Well, the answer is simple. It allows for better help for people such as yourselves in the future. Now that we have explained that small point and that you are fully focused again, let us begin question 7. The following circle of questions, or that's the next questions, pertains to the sporting activities you partake of now, or the ones that you do. They relate to how you feel you are coming along in your leisure pastimes, or how you think this is actually helping you. And once more, there are no false questions. These specifically relate to the sports activities you do today. Question 7. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate your progress since starting your program of sport? 0 being not very good, 10 being absolutely excellent. Please only circle 1. Question 8 starts, looking at your previous answer, would you say you are satisfied with that progress? Not satisfied at all, pretty satisfied, somewhat satisfied, more than satisfied, definitely very satisfied. Question 9. Do you sense that the monetary value of the leisure activities you perform now is affordable? Not too expensive, slightly more expensive, moderately expensive to expensive, it can be somewhat expensive, and definitely more expensive. Question 10 is an open question. An open question allows for your own thoughts. But do not worry about spelling. It does not matter what you put down. It merely helps with the research. Also, if you do not wish to reply, that is fine. There are no right or wrong questions, and the consent form did say that if you did not want to reply, you have the right of refusal. Question 10. How do you think leisure complexes could make leisure activities more affordable? Please reply below. Question 11 next. Do not worry. We are almost done with the whole questionnaire. Question 11. In view of this question, do you feel the government should make leisure activities free? so more people can compete in leisure activities. That means, would you like to see your leisure activities that you do at the moment free of charge? The answers are no, it should be down to the individual to pay. It just depends on the circumstances. Or yes, all leisure activities should be free as this helps those on low incomes. And finally, the point we have all been waiting for, question 12. And lastly, in view of the answers you have presented so far, would you be willing to share in further surveys such as this one? Not likely, not likely at all. Maybe not really. Maybe, almost definitely yes, unquestionably. As the researcher of this study, I would like to take this opportunity in thanking all of you that partook of the research. Additionally, as it is stated in the consent form and repeated here, none of the above information will be published anywhere in academic journals on the net. It is solely for an essay. Now we have come to the end of the questionnaire. I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of you who took part. Remember, if you would not like to continue with the questionnaire after a period of 2 weeks, you can email me and I assure you the information that you have submitted will be deleted from my email account. Or if you handed a paper copy, this will be shredded and an email will be sent to you that your information no longer exists. Please leave feedback on the questionnaire as to whether you found this information DVD useful. Hopefully in the future, more researchers will follow suit. The information you have given today is invaluable and thank you once more. As said previously, my name is Martin Broom and it was a pleasure doing this DVD for you.